Today is a very exciting day as we finally get to harvest some honey. For a beekeeper, this is like being a child on Christmas Day, waking up in the morning and opening your stocking to see what Father Christmas has left for you. You may get nothing at all, but if you're lucky, you might find lots of delicious golden honey waiting for you. This frame is the heaviest yet. That's difficult to express, but it's very heavy. So that goes in. So we've got 3 frames to take away. Cover them up quickly so we don't attract more bees inside. So I'm replacing the 3 frames I've taken out with 3 new frames, like that. And now we're going to leave them alone. There we go. Thank you, bees. Those 3 frames, with just those 3 frames, this thing is really heavy now. So now that we're a long way from the hive, I'm just going to remove the last few bees. I don't really want to take unhappy bees home with us. So I'll try and get rid of them. Come on, gone. Thank you, bees. Bye-bye. So we've brought the 3 frames home with us, and now we're going to extract the honey. So here are our 3 frames, and they're very heavy. So as you can see, this frame is completely covered, which is a good sign, which means that it's full of honey. And if I turn it around, it's also covered on the other side. And here at the bottom, you can even see a little bit of honey oozing out of the bottom. So this is the second frame, and as you can see, it's just as nice as the first one. Also full of honey. And this is the third frame, and this is also beautiful, and it's full of honey. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take each frame, and then one at a time I'm going to put them here, and with this very sharp knife I'm going to slice off the top layer of wax, which exposes the honeycomb, and then I'm going to put them into the extractor. So all of the wax that I cut off goes inside this basket, and this basket goes inside this other box here, and then what happens is any honey that's left in the wax drains out into the box below. And then all the honey that accumulates in the box comes out of this tap at the bottom later. Okay, so here we go with the first frame. Oh, look at that. Okay, so in goes the first frame. And then we have 2 more to do. lid on and very gently start spinning. Not too hard, because otherwise the frames explode. Okay, so now if we take the frames out, you can see that the honeycomb is completely empty. All of the honey has come out on both sides. And then that frame can be used again. I'll give it back to the bees and they can lick the honey that's left out. And then I can use the frame again next year. And there you can see lots of lovely honey at the bottom of the extractor. Okay, so I'm going to put the lid back on. And I'm going to leave that for an hour or so, just for the honey to run down the sides of the extractor to the bottom, and then we can empty it. So we've left this for about an hour, and all of the honey has run down the sides of the extractor into the bottom. So we can now open the tap and fill up the buckets with our honey. Okay, so here goes. Oh. So we've filled up about a third of a bucket with honey, and as you can see there's lots of bits of beeswax and large bits of pollen and stuff floating around inside. So what we need to do now is filter that out and then leave it for a while for all the air bubbles to rise to the top. So I'm going to pour the honey from the little bucket into the bigger bucket, and it's going to go through 2 filters. So this filter is a fine filter and that goes at the bottom, and then this filter is a bit bigger and that goes on top. And then I pour the honey through that and all the bits of beeswax will stay on top.